Welcome into Steelers Latest, your daily spot for all news and information related to your Pittsburgh Steelers. And the draft has concluded, and the Steelers at 21 took Derek Harmon. Called it. Called it. I doubt I'd take a little bit of credit. But yeah, Derek Harmon, great fit for the team overall. All around good fit, I believe, for Pittsburgh Steelers. Needed someone to shore up the defensive line a little bit more. Once again, the run game horrendous at the end of last year. Ravens put up 300 rush yards on us in the postseason. I think he's only going to develop more and more. He's developed throughout his whole college career, improving every season. That's to Cam Hayward, learning from Cam Hayward. I think he's going to turn out to be a great stud, and he'll be an interior pass rusher and run stuffer for us Steelers fans for the foreseeable future. Welcome Derek Harmon from Oregon to Pittsburgh. It's glorious to see. But there was a shocking thing, kind of shocking. I mean, it was rumored it could happen. But Shedeur was on the board at 21. I guess the Steelers weren't completely confident enough, weren't sold enough on him, which if you don't like truly what you see, you gotta pass up if you have just a little bit of doubt in that quarterback in the first round. Because you don't want to swing and miss on quarterback in the first round because that gets held over you for the rest of your career. We saw it a couple years ago with Kenny Pickett. Tomlin didn't want to run it back again with another first round quarterback. This year, as Dart and Sanders got passed up on. So, what is the QB plan but one more time for Derek Harmon? I think he's going to be phenomenal for us, the next Cam Hayward. But what's the quarterback plan for the Steelers? I really think this next pick, it's going to be Will Howard. I think he's going to be on the board still in the third round. I really like Will Howard coming into this draft process. Before the draft process, I was a little doubtful on Will Howard, but he really won me over throughout the whole process. The confidence in that guy, the build of him is pretty phenomenal. He has a good quarterback build, strong uh, intangibles for Will Howard. He's a winner. He won at Ohio State last year, won the national title, brought it back to the Ohio State. But there's always the chance you see us trade up into the second round to try and scoop someone like Jalen Milrow or Jaden Milrow. That's always a possibility. I don't think we went quarterback in the first round because there would have been that a lot of pressure on them coming into this situation. I mean, it's a really good situation to come into if you're a quarterback, a young quarterback, I do believe. But I think the plan really is to sign that veteran presence to lead the offensive side of the ball once again and have the younger QB in one of these later rounds, either Howard or Milrow. I mocked it up as Howard to be in the third round yesterday. Go watch that video. We predicted Harmon. I got Howard to be our next guy selected in the third round. But let's move on and talk about the upcoming days as we're slowly getting through my mock draft. But now let's talk about the fourth and fifth round. Starting with the fourth round, what should we go with here? I think this is where we fill another need. Need a running back, need someone to share touches with Jaden Warren. I got it being Jaden Blue from Texas. Very dynamic runner of the football. Very twitchy, very quick and explosive. He ran a 4.38 at the combine and a 4.2 something at his pro day. Very quick. He visited with the Steelers pretty recently, so that's really what's leading me to believe that it's gonna be Jaden Blue being the running back we draft in the later rounds here. I think the other guys will be off the board. Iowa's running back, Caleb Johnson, should be going in the second or third round for sure. I don't think he's going to make it to us all the way in the fourth round. There's always the chance I'm wrong and we don't take Will Howard in the second round, or in the third round, and we take a running back there. But I do believe we're going to fill the quarterback need in the third. Then you come back around, get him a partner in the backfield for the foreseeable future, and I think it's Jaden Blue. Once again, very explosive. Wasn't one of my favorite coming into this draft process, but at this round, I think he's going to be the best possible talent on the board once again. And sometimes you just got to go after the best overall talent on the board in a position you need. And I think in the fourth round, he'll be that guy for the Steelers. And once again, this is a player that with every season in college football, he went up in stats. This is something I really like when I'm looking for players I want to draft or I want my organization to draft. I've never been a part of a draft. But with Derek Harmon, he's someone that improved every season. With Will Howard, someone that's improved every year. And the same thing with Jaden Blue. He continued to improve throughout his college career. That leads me to believe he develops well, and that will continue into the NFL. But let's move on to the fifth round. Someone else that has improved every season, and another need for the Steelers is cornerback O'Donnell Fortune from South Carolina. I kind of like this guy. He's a little slender out there. He only weighs 185 pounds, which could mean he could get a little bit of bullied out there. But you think as he matures a little bit, he'll continue to add weight to his body. I think you would believe so. I don't think he's going to stay at 185 pounds his whole career. He's 22 right now, so really he isn't in his peak athletic form just yet. So he should add a couple more pounds, maybe 10 or 20 more pounds, and then he's really built like a professional football player. But he's a pretty lanky cornerback, which allows you to get in there and break up passes very consistently. He also is he has great acceleration on routes to close the distance on players. He sets up quarterbacks to bait them to make passes that can then jump or just break up in general. He's a relatively all-around solid cornerback. Nothing too special, or else he'd be going in the earlier rounds. I just like the possibility of him playing man coverage. I think our team's gonna be. We tend to play a decent amount of man coverage. I think that's gonna continue to go its way with Joey Porter Jr., with Darius Slay, and then you add O'Donnell Fortune. Sorry if I'm messing up his name. Someone let me know in the comment section if I am. But he probably wouldn't start. He'd be a rotational piece behind Beanie Bishop and Corey Trice next year. But you can always see development out of him. Once again, he's a player that has developed every year in college, only improved ever with every season in his college career. I think that tends to bode well in the NFL to continue to develop as a football player. So let me know what you all think about these couple picks I've mopped up and what you thought about Derek Harmon being drafted at 21. Once again, I'm a major fan of Derek Harmon. I think he's going to be the next Cam Hayward for us, and he's learning under Cam Hayward. So that just makes me feel even better about the Derek Harmon pick. But this has been Steelers Latest. I've been your host, Cole Denis, and I will see you tomorrow.